Welcome to Live with Cordone and Kilgore. Tonight we welcome our friend and music director Joshua Glenn Wilson to have a chat and share a performance, and we check in with Mrs. Claus on her Random Acts of Kindness campaign and play After Christmas Christmas Trivia. Right now on Live with Cordone and Kilgore. Hello everybody, happy Monday.
Hello! How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Can't complain.
Excellent. Welcome, everybody, to the premiere of Live with Cordone and Kilgore. We can't thank you enough for joining us. We're so excited to be able to bring you a little bit of entertainment and lighthearted fun in this time. So, Natalie, how you doing? You doing good today?
I am doing great today. I've been looking forward to this broadcast ever since we came on for a little preview last week. So thank you, Sean, for all the work you've been doing.
Absolutely. My pleasure. I'm actually really enjoying it. So we are streaming to you live through the Cordone and Kilgore and Facebook and YouTube pages. So if you are watching through Facebook, hello, Facebook. And if you're watching through YouTube, hello, YouTube. Thank you all for being here. And if you are watching on Facebook, we do invite you to, or encourage you to invite your friends to come along and join us for a little half hour of some fun here right now. If you haven't already done so, also please visit our page and like the page. That way you can keep up with what's happening with Cordone and Kilgore.
Yeah. And I wanted to also let those of you know who are visiting us through YouTube that we're thrilled for all of our new subscribers to come and join us. So welcome. And folks like Linda Burgundy Cordone is here. We've got Tom and Debbie and Kathy Overcheck and Eileen Wilson, Alice Wilson, Catherine Kilgore, Marie Evans is here. Sam, thank you guys so much for being here. Rosemary, hello back to all of you. Hi to Lisa, Terry. We love that you're all here. Thank you so much for joining us. So if you are joining us through YouTube, we want to make sure that you like and subscribe to the page. And throughout the whole broadcast, regardless of whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, we would love it if you would comment or ask questions during the broadcast. We will try to get to them as much as we can. And if you have questions for our guests throughout our broadcasts, you're welcome to ask them questions as well. And like I said, we'll try to get to as many as we can. But we've got such interesting guests. We know that there's tons of questions that you guys are going to have. Speaking of guests, if in the future you know that you would be a great guest on our show, or you know someone who would be an amazing guest on our show, please write to us. You can send us a message right through Facebook, or you can write to us on cordonekilgorelive@gmail.com and let us know if you are doing something that is bringing positivity and hope to the world right now. So that is our goal, is to accentuate the positive in every way possible and give you guys just a quick snippet of some positivity to start off your week every week. Speaking of, Sean.
To lift your spirits with some good spirits.
Oh.
Cheers to you and cheers to everyone out there watching.
To everybody
what's your beverage of choice this evening?
Just in case Chateau Saint Michel would like to at some point sponsor us.
Yes.
Last week I had, we would love to talk to you. Last week I had their Pinot Gris, I think. And this week it is their Indian Wells blend. It's a red blend. It's quite good, actually.
Nice. I'm enjoying the 19 Crimes California Red is a very nice. It's actually I really enjoy it. All right, so how's the year going for you so far? We're almost 20 days into it. Oh, you know what I have to tell you is the other day Natalie and I were talking about going with technology and whether or not we were going to use paper planners this year. I was determined that even though I started using the Google Calendar this year all on my phone, I was going to still keep a paper calendar because I had to, because I always have. So I just could not do it. But I got to tell you, I think I'm off the paper.
And so we had that whole discussion the other day, and I was like, no, through 2020 I just discovered that I was using my iCal all the time. It was on my phone. It was super convenient. I'm sticking with it. So I was not going to do the paper calendar until
and now you are.
I did. I 100%. I got one with tabs. Like it's got a folder section. I 100%
We just
went back to it. I
completely
so love tech,
flip-flopped.
Sean. You know this about me. The fact that we're at broadcasting anything at all is all because of you. So yeah, I'm very grateful. I did.
Did you make any resolutions? And if so, how are they going for you? And everybody watching out there, did you guys make resolutions this year? Is it different for you this year than years in the past? And how is it different? And how are you doing with them? Are you keeping up with them? What about you, Natalie? Did you make any resolutions?
So I never make resolutions. I'm not great at them. I don't make them. But I decided this year, because I don't know about all of you guys, but I 100% fell off going to the gym on a regular basis during the quarantine, right? So I was a 5-day a week.
You would never know it. You look stunning as always.
You're wonderful and I love you. And that's why we're still at this 10 years later. It's also because you can only see me from here up. But regardless, I was so committed and I loved going and I love classes, right? So I started as a dancer and I am used to being in dance classes from the time I was literally barely able to walk, right? I was 3 years old when I went into my first dance class. And so I've always loved yoga classes, kickboxing, aerobics, Zumba. I've done it all. Weightlifting. I've done it all. Well, when they got rid of my classes at the gym, I was really sort of lost, but I thought, I'll get back to it, right? No. So I thought when the new year hits, I'm going to do it. I'm going to either find a personal trainer or I'm going to do the Peloton classes online. I'm going to do something. And it's 18 days in and I haven't been once. I walked around the block one time. So I have 100% failed.
I think it's interesting. It's really interesting that some people during quarantine were like gung-ho, super healthy, exercising every day, taking total advantage of the time away from work and our lives. And then some of us, like me, did not do that. I was the exact opposite of that. Hey, sisters. My sisters just joined. Tabby. Hey, Tabs.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
You too.
And hey, Patty. Awesome. I just saw that Patty Gunn just joined us too.
Yeah. And my cousin Brittany and Mark Sanders is joining us. That's awesome.
Yes, Mark.
Adult beverages to drink at your leisure. Let's see.
Yeah, man.
Now this is the right place to be. Amen
Mark,
to that.
We agree with you. I've got a great picture of us somewhere that we will slap up here at some point. Mark does amazing shows as well, and he's a good friend of ours that we'll have to bring on at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Mark, thanks for showing up.
He has a really great Barry Manilow tribute show that we've been able to see snippets of. So I would love to have him on and maybe show some clips of that and talk to him about.
And we have to talk slightly about how he and Josh met when we have our discussion with Josh, who he thought he was.
For sure.
We'll have to tell that story at some point. But yeah, so how did you make any resolutions and how are they going?
No, I didn't. No, so that's the thing. Every year, I always make the same resolutions. I'm gonna finally get, fit and healthy. I'm gonna finally do all of these things. Now, I will say I didn't make any resolutions, but I'm pretty proud of like some of the things that I've done so far this year and how focused I've sort of been. As far as eating and exercise, that has not come into play yet, but I'm hoping it will.
That's good. That's good. I rely on Lent every single year. That's when I'm like able to give up everything. So yeah, Patty, totally with you. And she too always looks amazing, like camera ready every minute of the day. So yeah, love it. Oh my gosh. I would love to see an old marching band photo of you. That's incredible. Yeah, well, You're going to have to share that for sure.
Yeah. Maybe
sure there are old marching band photos of me too floating out there somewhere. So maybe they can
find those. Maybe we'd have a marching band week, a marching band show.
I would love that. I still am in contact with my middle school band director. We actually had dinner over the summer, which is an amazing thing to be able to do. Yeah. We didn't have a marching band in middle school, but now we're like friends and colleagues, which is super cool.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Well, shall we get to it? What do you think?
Let's do it. Since Mark has already come on here and that already made me bring up Joshua Glenn Wilson, I think it's time for us to bring him out of hiding and bring him on. So Josh is one of our favorite people, and he's been working with us for years. I actually can't even remember how long. Maybe he knows better than I do how long it's been, but he started with us when we were first beginning the Stephen Eady show that we do. And he is a great musical director. He's an amazing person. And he's just an all around like Renaissance man. He is brilliant and he's talented and he's here with us today. So please help me welcome Mr. Joshua Glenn Wilson. Yay!
your
walk-on
reaction.
music.
Your reaction.
I love it.
Have a seat on the couch, Mr. Wilson, if you will.
If it's not
Natalie,
comfortable,
hi,
it's your own
John.
fault.
That's
bud.
generally true. Yes.
How's it
How are
going?
you too? Doing great. How are you?
Doing good. Tell us a little bit about your day. You have a new puppy at home, right? And so what's been going on with that situation?
Yes, indeed. So my wife Nico and I figured that we had a rescue dog named Charlie Brown, and he barely qualified as a dog. He just liked to lay around the house all the time. I can identify with that. So we thought we'd get a puppy because puppies are cute and no effort at all, of course.
Oh.
So about a month ago, we took home this little Australian Shepherd Great Pyrenees mix, which basically means he's just like a very energetic little tan golden blur that bites a lot and chomps a lot. So we've been working this whole work from home shtick with a puppy for about the past month, and it's been delightful and challenging. And I was eavesdropping backstage. I heard you chatting about exercising and going to the gym. I've often heard that puppies are sort of like a warm-up to the real exercise of having children. And I think I might be treating this kind of like how I do the gym, where I finish the warm-up and I'm like, all right, that's enough for me. You guys, you gym on. I'm going to hit it.
Oh, that's too funny.
That
I don't know about you, Sean, because I know that your dogs are a little bit older, and you rescued all of them, right? All three of them you
all
rescued?
three of them. Yep, all three of them. One of them was found. He was hanging out around a dumpster for a couple of weeks before anyone could get a hold of him, and so we got him. And the other two were rescues also. They're actually getting a little bit up there now. They're all around 8 or 9 years old, but they're doing good. And you'll probably hear them if anybody walks outside. We'll hear them. They'll say hello.
Well, my dog, Peyton, who's named after Peyton Manning, is my dog. He's an Italian Greyhound, and he's 13 and a half years old, but we got him when he was 4 months old. So we went through the puppy phase, and I don't miss it at all. Like, I don't miss the puppy. I wouldn't do another puppy. With the last dog we rescued was a senior. She was 12 when we got her. She was the most amazing dog. Her name was Cannoli. And I would do a senior rescue again way before I would ever do the puppy thing. So Josh, you're a very good man for having brought a puppy into your life.
I think the trick, and you got to trick yourself into this mindset. It's sort of like picking up a drunk roommate when you were in college. It's like, you are just a monster right now. You're mean. You're stumbling everywhere. I'm just going to trust that in the future, maybe a week from now, a month from now, you're going to be more of an acceptable, tolerable entity. You're
biting me.
Yeah, exactly.
You're scratching me.
I roomed with mostly opera majors. They tended to be a little chompy. So
Peyton and Griswold need to make cameo appearances. I'm sure I could grab Griswold at some point. Is Peyton nearby?
No, Peyton has to be sat on during this whole thing. So Chris is literally upstairs with him behind a locked door, because otherwise he'd just bark the entire time. He can't help himself. He has to be on camera.
Where are Charlie Brown and Atlas right now?
Charlie Brown is passed out next to me on the floor, and
of course he is.
Atlas, well, since I'm here doing this, thank you. You're giving me a little reprieve, and Atlas is now Nico's problem for the next foreseeable future. So thank you.
Yeah.
I get to
baby.
This is a 2-hour segment, right? This is like my night out.
Right.
And I'm sure she's not watching at all. I'm sure she has no idea where you are right now.
Yep. Kind of snuck out.
Well, speaking of being out and about in the world, we have done a lot of that together, Josh, you and the two of us. And we met sort of at an outing. So I tried to tell people how long we've been at this, and I honestly can't even remember, but do you remember the first time we met? Because I remember it very clearly.
Oh, I absolutely do. So I was a child of the 80s, but I missed out on most of it. And I was at a rehearsal for a gig for Priscilla Bagley, this monumental giantess of voice and just general great person in Orlando, Central Florida conglomerate. And she was doing an 80s night gig, and I was recommended to her. So I came in and I was trying to be that nice balance of like, I have particular musical theory notes and questions, but I also don't want to cause a fuss. And also, I haven't heard any of this music because I didn't listen to Cyndi Lauper when I was age very young. So I was trying to pretend like I knew what I was doing and trying to make notes and make a very good impression. And there was this Natalie just sitting off the side of the stage. Priscilla had said that it was just a friend of hers that was hanging out. Little did I know I was getting scored and tallied and judged and gauged as to whether I might be a good fit for a Cordone Kilgore project of some sort. And Natalie came up to me at the end of the rehearsal and said, I can tell two things. One, you probably do better with music that was either very far before or very far after the 80s, because this might not be your decade. But two, I think we would be interested in working with you. Is that roughly akin to what happened?
That's pretty good. Yeah. Priscilla is a great friend of mine who I have admired for years. And I'd been, talking about her show with her forever. And she said she had this like new great piano player. And I'd been looking for one for us for a long time, for me and Sean. And so I did. I 100% came in and I can't say I stole you because she knew what I was there to do. But I'm just glad that you're like, because when I came up to you, I didn't know what your background was. I know, Mark, you're so right. Such a youngin. He is and was such a youngin. And
I love that he's watching on YouTube. Thanks for joining on YouTube.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. No, that's great. So yeah, I was like, do you like jazz? Like, do you know anything about jazz or jazz standards? And he was like, I do. And yes, he's making an appearance. I love it. You're never going to be able to get away with no puppies on the broadcast. That would be ridiculous. So anyway, we've worked on a lot of projects together, including the Stephen Eady show, which has kind of taken us all over the place together. Oh, there we are. We're in an airport.
Pictures. Yeah, traveling together. There we are, ready for a show. Speaking of our travels, there was one time that we got upgraded because Natalie did a very good job of going and talking to the lady at the counter. And she somehow was able to work it out that we all got upgraded to first class for one of our flights home. And we got this great picture here. Guests were coming in. They knew we were upgraded. She knew.
She did. She knew. So we've definitely had some fun times together, and I'm glad that we have gotten a chance to travel, especially before the hiatus that we're on now happened. Yeah. So we have a gig coming up soon in relative, land. It's soon coming up in June at the Grand Oshkosh in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, which is a beautiful theater that I performed with our good friend and super talented Lisa Rock at the Grand Oshkosh about 2 or 3 years ago. And she and Joe Furlow, who is the artistic director, I believe, at Grand Poobah of the Grand Oshkosh, will be joining us next week here on our show. So if you want to learn more about it, we'd be happy to have you back then too. But Josh will be traveling with us up to Oshkosh, Wisconsin for, as you can see on the ticker tape, the start of something big, the music of Stephen Eady, which will be coming to the Grand Oshkosh on June 11th and 12th of this year. And Josh puts it in his calendar
just now putting it in his calendar. Yeah. I do have to say, I have to acknowledge, Josh, how committed you are to doing the Brady Bunch box thing. Every time look, he's actually looking over there at you. I have to say, real quick, hello to my nephew Braylon. He wanted to say hi, Uncle Sean. So, hey, bud.
That's a cool.
Yeah.
Dogs are easier teenagers.
Teenagers.
Yes, that's true. And I will give that to dogs. With a dog, you never have to worry about college funds or them going to therapy because of their puppyhood with you. In theory, they tend to be very forgiving.
Their puppyhood.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, we're running out of time. Unfortunately, we will definitely. I know you're going to be a friend of the show, and you'll be a regular guest, and we'll have you back again. But we wanted to share with our people who are watching tonight a little bit of us working together. Natalie, you want to tell us a little about what we're going to see?
Yeah. So our next song here is a favorite of ours. Side by Side, which is in our Start of Something Big Music of Stephen Eady show. And in this clip, you're going to see Sean and me singing along with Joshua Glenn Wilson on the piano at the Metropolis in Chicago, Illinois.
But it's in all sincerity, this relationship truly is one of the highlights of my life, because when you have someone to share and achieve goals with and create with the way that we do, I think it ensures that we'll always be
side by side.
Let's sing
it. Oh, we ain't got a barrel of money. Maybe we're ragged and funny, but we'll travel along singing our song side by side. Oh, we don't know what's going tomorrow. Maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we'll travel the road sharing our love side by side. Through all kinds of weather, what if the sky should fall? Just as long as we're together, it doesn't matter at all. When they all have their troubles and parted, we'll be the same as we started. Just for traveling along, singing our song side by side. We throw up a drum, it's just as easy as blowing bubbles. Water there, always walking on air. Life is nothing but a fantasy. Who cares about the weather? What if the sky should fall? What if the sky should fall? What if the sky should fall? Like a little piece of skin. 'Cause it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. When they all have their troubles, when they've had their troubles, we'll be the same as we started, traveling along, singing our song side by side. Who cares if Niagara falls? Who cares if the baby calls? Who cares if the landlord calls when we are side by side, side by side.
In a time when kindness and compassion are needed more than ever, our next guest, Mrs. Claus 24/7, goes live the 25th of every month to encourage children to perform random acts of kindness with one simple goal: to make others smile. Please welcome our next guest. The word is guest. Cheers, Mrs. Claus. Hello, Mrs. Claus.
Goodness, hello, Sean. Hello, Natalie. Oh, you're high on the Christmas spirit, aren't you?
Oh, very. maybe a little too much, Mrs. Claus. I apologize.
Oh, that's all right, dear. That's all right. We're having a good time. I so enjoyed meeting Josh and talking with him earlier today. And he's on the good list too. All of you are really.
Oh.
Started 2021 off on a good start.
That's good news. Excellent. So how are things going? How are you doing up there? How's Santa recovering from Christmas? Are you guys doing okay?
Well, thank you for asking, Sean. You see, Santa, he always takes a little bit of a rest after, obviously, his big, busy day. But when he gets back from the North Pole, or back from his trip and goes to the North Pole, I have a big buffet, a big breakfast buffet with all the fixings, the French toast and pancakes and syrup and butter and candy, and obviously, because that's a very important aspect of the North Pole. You can never have too much sugar. And then there's cheese and bacon, and you got to get in the protein and the sausage. So he had a big buffet before he slept for about a week. But now he's back in the workshop, and he's busy as ever.
Oh, that is excellent. What is Santa and what is your favorite thing to eat? What do you guys like?
Well, our favorite thing to eat, I don't think there's food that we would ever turn down. No.
Hey, me too. We have that in common, you and me. You and I.
Oh, I do love those. It's chocolate chips with the peanut butter morsels. Have you had them?
Yes.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Mrs. Claus, I'm so thrilled that you have agreed to come on our show today. Of course, we are big fans of yours, and have always been ever since we were children. And thank you for the many years of Christmas and love and everything that you've done for all of us all over the world. I hope that you do get the thanks that you and Santa deserve. Every once in a while.
Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. We love all of you so much. And yes, we feel it's all about giving love, isn't it? And loving each
Absolutely.
other. That makes you just feel good in your heart. So thank you for those kind words.
Absolutely. So can you tell us a little bit about, I love that, that you and Santa, you're moving with technology and you're able to reach out to us in ways that you never have before, which is very exciting. So can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing and your goal here with the acts of kindness?
Oh, thank you for asking. Yes, we can. Well, there's not a blizzard out today. Sometimes when there's blizzards, we don't have such good reception, but the elves, well, they've taught me a little bit about them, a little bit about technology. I'm still not a technological wizard or anything of the sorts, but when the world turned a little uncertain in March, I just wanted to reach out to all the families and everybody in the world, and especially the children, and I just wanted to make them smile. And through that, I have a Facebook page, the Mrs. Claus 24/7 page. I go live every 25th, and I just encourage acts of kindness, because honestly, when you make somebody else smile, what does that happen? What happens in return?
You smile too. That you get that. Yeah.
Yes, you end up smiling too, and well, it's just a mission of mine has been to spread Christmas cheer throughout the year. So yes,
I love that. And people are going to perform acts of kindness, they can actually share those with us on the internet, right? And they can use these hashtags that you and Santa have created: Christmas cheer throughout the year and hashtag Mrs. Claus 24/7, right?
Oh, I so appreciate that. Yes, indeed. Yes. The children and all the kids at heart, they private message me or they post on my page the things that they've been working on and doing. And there's so many things that you can do. It doesn't have to be anything big. You don't have to spend any money. And it's just a matter of seeing where you can be kind. And it can be as little as helping mom and dad out with chores around the house, or one of my favorites is returning shopping carts. When you see shopping carts at the store, well, that helps them so much, because there's so many shopping carts that get left in the parking lot. And if you take that back, that really helps those store employees. Yes. And we have so many heroes that have been working throughout this time, and we want to help them as much as we can.
And we have actually one of those heroes joining us, a healthcare worker, my friend Brian, who's here. He's actually on the front lines and working very, very hard to try to keep everybody safe through all this time. So can you tell us a little bit about when you do go live? You share some stories. When Santa does join you, you guys sing some songs. Can you tell us a little bit about what our guests can expect to see when they visit you on the 25th?
Well, I just try to mix things up a little bit. Sometimes I have guests, sometimes it's Santa. He's very busy, so it's hard to get him. And sometimes it's just me, and I might share story time or do a little sing-along, perhaps a bit of trivia or Christmas trivia and Christmas jokes. But it's all about the chat and making sure that everyone feels heard. And I try to, you know how, well, you can see with this technology how the comments just keep coming, and I try to get to every single one of them. Sometimes it's a little difficult because, well, there's so many people in the world.
Yes. And speaking of those comments, when we had told our viewers that you were going to be joining us, we told them about the acts of kindness, and we had asked them to go out there and perform some acts of kindness. So if anybody out there watching, if you watched us last week and you did perform some acts of kindness, or you just went out there with that kind of mindset and it affected you in any way, go ahead and let us know that in the comments right now. Natalie, what acts of kindness did you perform this week?
I would like to hear instead, Sean, if you followed through with the act of kindness you promised on last week's show. So I would like to remind anybody who wasn't here for the preview that I had challenged Sean that he should go out and do an act of kindness. And we talked about it together. You could go back and watch if you want to make sure that this really happened. And Sean has said that he would let someone in traffic that he really didn't want to, but he'd do it anyway, which considering he's out there still, out in the world, we thought that that was a pretty big thing. So can you tell us about whether that happened or not? Did you follow through?
Actually, I did follow through. It actually happened. I did it, and then I realized it sort of after the fact that I did it. It's being in that mindset, because we've been talking about this a lot over the past couple of weeks and getting ready for the show. And so it's sort of been at the back of my mind the whole time over the past couple of weeks. So I've been trying to do as many things as possible and hold the door open for people and smile at people and say hello, because I love how you say, Mrs. Claus, it is the tiniest thing, right? It could be just smiling to someone. You never know when your smile is going to make a difference in their day, right?
It really is. It really is. There's such beautiful acts that have been sent in to me. One little girl takes Post-it notes and just leaves them around her town, wherever she goes, sometimes in the store, in the school. And so there's random little notes of kindness that people will find. And another little boy, he goes to the driveways and he does little artwork in his neighbors for their little pictures and leaves little messages. And one of my favorite phrases is, I see you, you matter, and I love you very much.
That's wonderful.
It's about spreading hope. Yes.
Yeah, very much so. I love it. We actually have a comment here from my friend that I was telling you about, Brian, who is a healthcare worker. He says he tries at least once a week to pay it forward when he goes through a drive-through.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. I love that. I visited McDonald's. Yes, people think we don't have a McDonald's at the North Pole. I have a video going through the drive-through. Yes. I just thank everybody for working on Thanksgiving, so I went to the drive-through. For working. Yes, thank you, Brian, and thank you, dear, for helping to keep everybody safe and healthy during this time.
I have to ask, what does Mrs. Claus order at the McDonald's drive-thru?
It's number 3, I believe. A double quarter pound, no pickle with a Diet Coke and a large French fry.
Of course it is.
You're a lady after my own heart, Mrs. Claus. I think you should bring me to the North Pole. Maybe you and I can have a McDonald's date sometime.
No, you're not leaving me and going to the North Pole. Nice try. Nice try. Not going to happen.
Well, Mrs. Claus, I hope that I'm so happy that you're here, and I know that you will be a friend of the show, and I can't wait to have you back on. I'm hoping maybe you'll join us for Christmas in July, and then again in December. Maybe we can get you to come on with Santa. But before we go, let's. Can you maybe play some Christmas trivia with us? Let's bring Josh.
I would love that. I would love that. Oh yeah.
Josh, wake up. Josh, wake up.
Hi.
Hello, Josh. We're gonna play Christmas trivia.
I would love that. All right, Mrs. Claus.
Well, let me get my handy dandy cards out here. I just love playing games. It makes me smile. It's like a little deck of cards with Christmas.
Playing games is a big part of my life. It was a big part of my childhood. That's, getting together with your family to sit around a table and just laugh and have fun is a big deal. It's important.
Well, that's how you make memories. Oh, I'm having chocolate milk here at the North Pole. I don't know if you can see my little pen.
Yes. Cheers, Mrs. Claus. Enjoy your
Cheers, Mrs. Claus.
All right. So we have, the three of us have decided that the way we would buzz in for our questions is we would pick one of our favorite Christmas items around our house to sort of raise into the picture. So that's how you can call on us, because I will raise. Oh, my Kermit is green. I didn't think about that.
You just green screen Kermit.
You just made my heart smile.
Oh my gosh, Sean, you have to make yourself the big one here. We have to see that in case we're on our phones where it's very small.
I did not think about that. That is hysterical.
No, but that's awesome. The beauty of green screen. I love that so very much. And I'm going to quickly give the shout out to my grandmother gave me this for Christmas. It's a paddle ball, Christmas paddle ball.
It's very
sweet. It's making its debut here online. And she's here.
Josh, what's your item?
I have Charlie Brown with his sad little Christmas tree.
Oh, I love Charlie Brown.
The Christmas tree is a beautiful thing. All right, so first person to five correct answers, right? Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go. What is Scrooge's first name? Oh, that was Sean.
Ebenezer.
Very good. Very good. All right, this one, you have to say it without thinking. Here we go. On the 11th day of Christmas, what did my true love send to me?
Oh, geez.
You're all singing it, aren't you? Sean?
Is it Lords of Leaping?
It's not, Sean. I'm sorry. If you start,
Anybody else?
oh yes, Natalie.
Maids of Milken.
No, dear.
Too many
That's what I
maids.
was gonna say.
That's too many maids.
Well,
I'm not gonna.
dummy, 11.
Is it Piper's Piping?
Ladies dancing.
Thanks,
Nugget.
Dave. Appreciate you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
I want to get some music. Here's one. Here's a music one. All right. What
See,
is-
your mom thought it was Maids of Milking too. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, my mom did think it was Maids of Milking. Yeah.
See, and Piper's Piping. See, okay.
All right. But cheers to you. We all love the Maids of Milking.
Cheers to Maids of Milking.
If
They
it weren't
work
for them,
really
we wouldn't
hard.
have the milk.
What
right.
is the only Christmas song to reach #1 on the Billboard charts? Sean?
Is it White Christmas?
It's not Sean. I'm terribly sorry. Natalie? Oh, is that what you're going to
Is it the Christmas
that
song?
Mariah Carey one? The Christmas my grown-up Christmas list.
No, dear.
Oh.
No. And
Josh?
gosh, no, it's not. It's not the Christmas song either. No.
Oh goodness! Anybody? We have nobody knows.
Animals sing it.
Animals sing it.
Is it the Chipmunk Christmas song?
Yes.
Yeah.
No way!
Really?
That was not 10 questions because you're really getting. I think we already have 3 or 4. All right, here's a difficult one.
Oh,
What-
Jingle Bells.
what
You
is-
said Jingle Bells. That was good too. All I want for Christmas is you. The Wham one. Yes. The
These are
last
what-
Christmas. I gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. That one.
That's
That one. These are all good guesses.
Wham one.
That's not cheerful at all. No,
It's not true. No.
you need easy.
Oh no. Are we having a go? We're going into the Christmas for Dummies pile.
Here's one. What song does a caroler sing outside of Scrooge's office? Oh yes, Josh.
Good King Wenceslas.
No, dear. I'm
In
sorry.
the Muppet one, he did.
For the Muppet one? Is that what you just said?
Yes. That Scrooge though.
The little rabbit, he sang Good King Wenceslas to Ebenezer Scrooge right out of his office.
It's along the lines of the yes, Sean.
Is it We Wish You a Merry Christmas?
No, dear.
Oh no, Mrs. Claus, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I feel like we're failing you, Mrs. Claus. I feel like this is not good. I don't know.
Oh, never.
Yeah.
God rest ye merry gentlemen.
Yes.
Now here's one that you will get.
Thank you, Lisa. Lisa knew. Okay.
I should see all your Christmas items going up at the same time. Are you ready?
Yep.
What
Okay.
is the biggest selling Christmas single of all time? Well, all right, Sean and Natalie.
Natalie, take it.
White Christmas.
Yes.
Yay!
Okay. All right.
All right. Oh, here's a good one.
Everyone doesn't have to be quite as embarrassed as me. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Grandma. Okay.
You're also musical, so that's why I tried to pick the music song.
You say that. Apparently, that's not true. Okay.
Name the 2 songs and the 2 singers who had colors mentioned in their Christmas songs.
We've all got one of them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Sean, what's one of them?
Oh, Josh, did you get it? Did Josh raise it too?
No, you go ahead. I couldn't think of the singer. I was
I'm gonna
bluffing. Go
say
ahead.
White Christmas, Bing Crosby, and Blue Christmas, Elvis Presley.
That's right.
Oh, I was going to say that. That was good.
Who wrote the song White Christmas for the film Holiday Inn? Natalie.
Irving Berlin.
Yes. Very good. All right, getting away from some of the Christmas ones. Name the organization that started a Christmas toy drive for needy youngsters in 1947. They still do it today. And it's run by the Marines. Yes, Sean?
Is it Salvation Army?
No, dear. It's run by the Marines. Yes,
Oh,
John.
sorry.
Oh, nope. It's on
Natalie?
the tip of my tongue.
Oh, I thought Sean was going to get it right. I don't know.
Toys for
Oh, Tots.
Toys for Tots.
I was started by the
This is for the
Marines.
game, you guys. Just so you know, I'm sitting at 4. I don't know.
All right. Does everybody know It's a Wonderful Life?
Not real well.
I should. I did the show years ago.
Wait, I'm not going to ask that then. I was what, according to the child in the Bailey family, does it mean when you hear a bell ringing?
Angel gets its wings.
An angel gets its wings.
Yes, that's right. I hope you're keeping score.
Yep.
It's very interesting, this one. What musical instrument was Silent Night first played on?
Wow.
Natalie?
The handbells?
No.
Oh.
Josh.
A hurdy-gurdy.
Oh, excuse me?
A hurdy-gurdy.
Yes.
All right. Unfortunately, we're running out of time, Mrs. Claus. I'm so sorry. This is so much fun. But can we do one? Let's just say the winner of the next question will
It was a
win
guitar,
the trip,
by the way.
win the trip to the North Pole and to get to eat McDonald's with Mrs. Claus. How's about that?
Oh, yes, please. I would love that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Dave Cross, you were right. It was guitar.
it was guitar.
Oh, guitar.
All right.
Guitar.
So, challenge songs. Here we go. Or challenge card, rather. All right. Who can name 5 songs with Santa Claus? Or Santa? Natalie?
I
That's
saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus.
That's 1.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
2.
You guys can definitely give us some thoughts here on Facebook if you
Santa
really want
Baby.
to.
Santa, how
Santa-
about it'll be
Santa Baby.
Santa Baby's 3. That's good.
That's
Here
good.
comes Santa Claus.
I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Oh, we
Here
said
comes
that.
Santa Claus is good. And we need one more.
It must have been old Santa Claus.
What's
That's
that?
What is
It
that?
must have been old Santa Claus. It's a Harry Connick Jr.
No,
tune.
that's
Josh.
jazz. That doesn't count. That's not music. It's like guitar is not
Poor
an instrument.
Harry.
Mrs. Claus, Josh, thank you so much for joining us for our premiere episode. It was absolutely perfect. Both of you, we cannot thank you enough for being here. I know you're both going to be good friends of the show, and I can't wait to have you both back on. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
you.
having me. I just have had such a great time. And Josh, it was so nice to meet you.
It was very nice meeting you too. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Staying true to that Brady Bunch box.
Trying.
That's right. And just a reminder to everybody who's watching, Mrs. Claus is going live every 25th of the month on her Facebook page, I believe, and it's free. So if you'd like to come on and share your acts of kindness, I know she would love to hear from you. We also, through this next week before our next episode, we would love to hear about your random acts of kindness. So if you would like to go out and do those and share them with us, please do. And make sure that next Monday, you catch Mrs. Claus, January 25th, on her Facebook page. What time does that happen, Mrs. Claus?
It's at 7 o'clock, dear. And it's www.facebook.com/MrsClaus247.
Mrs. Claus 247. You can find that right in the show notes, and you can catch her next week as well. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. And real quick before we go, Josh, tell everybody how they can keep up with you if they want to see what's happening with you.
My mom tells everyone everything that I'm up to. But aside from that, you can go to joshuaglenwilson.com, which I think is down for maintenance briefly, but it'll be up soon, or facebook.com/JoshuaGlennWilson, or I'm on Instagram as Joshua Glenn Wilson. Very consistent.
Excellent. Thank you both so much. We'll see you again real soon. Mrs. Claus, please give Santa our best, and we love you very much.
Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, that was amazing.
I could not have asked for more fun to spend this last 44 minutes and 56 seconds hanging out with you, talking about random acts of kindness and talking about great music with people that we love. What more could you want?
It was absolutely excellent. Why don't tell us real quick who we were going to be hanging out with next week?
Yeah, so next week you will see Lisa Rock, who is watching with us now, and I believe that Joe Furlow is as well. And we'll be chatting with them about what it's been like for this last couple of months, producing shows, presenting shows, and living up north, because actually, Sean and I don't know what that's like anymore. So they'll tell us about living in the snow, because that's really just not our bag these days. And Lisa will tell us all about her Carpenters tribute, which is the premier Carpenter show that goes out around the world. And Joe will tell us all about presenting some of the most amazing acts in the country and how he's been doing that during the quarantine.
Absolutely. If you want to keep up with us, you can visit us at cordoneandkilgore.com, or of course on our Facebook and YouTube pages, which are also Cordone and Kilgore. And if you'd like to send us a message, send us an email, ask us any kind of question, or let us know your thoughts, please email us at cordonekilgorelive@gmail.com. Natalie, thanks so much. This was so much fun. I can't wait to do the next one. And I love you, and I hope you have a great week. Have a great week, everybody. We will see you again real soon.
See you next